Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us this beautiful Sunday evening.
Oh, gorgeous. We are in Southwest Michigan. That is our Montana fifth wheel behind us. And we are we're getting ready for a long trip that we'll be taking towards the end of the month. And sometimes we just go sit in it and hang out, right?
That we do.
Hey, stick with us in a little bit. We've got an announcement we want to make about a new sweepstakes giveaway that we're going to do. We resume these now that it's fall. And we will have a bunch of these over the next few weeks. We got some great prizes that we're going to offer tonight. And all you have to do is click a link and you can be entered in the contest. And 2 weeks from tonight, we'll give away these prizes. But I'm going to hold off for a little bit before I give you all the information so we can get more people on the live stream, because that's always fun. We also, let's see, people have asked, is the River Road tour that we're going to do the Mississippi River next year with Fantasy RV Tours, has that sold out? Not yet, but I think the last I checked a day or two ago, 2 days ago, I guess it was Friday, there were only 6 tickets left. So they go quickly. And even though it's a year away, this is an awesome 33-day trip. And if you're interested in getting information on it, we can put a link here on the screen. And you can click that link and it will take you to the Fantasy RV Tours. You can see the itinerary, but basically we start at the top of the in Minnesota, where the Mississippi River begins, and we follow it all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. And it's September 5th, October 8th of next year. And let me see if I can find that email for you, and I'll put that up on the screen. It is right here. There you go. Follow that, and you can learn all about it. This trip is from Fantasy RVs. We're just going like we just did in the one we did in the Maritimes. They run fabulous tour. Many of your meals are taken care of, all your campgrounds, and it's just it's a great trip. So we are pretty darned excited about all of that, and I hope you guys are too. So we'll come back to that afterwards, and maybe once more tell you. All right, let's go on and talk to a few people who've been posting questions. Here's one from Jimmy Land.
When camping at a site with sewer hookup, should you keep the tank dump valves open all the time or keep them closed and empty as the tanks fill?
Always closed, Jimmy. Do not open those tanks. It's not quite so bad with the gray tank, but you shouldn't leave that open either. The only time I end up leaving, if we're doing a lot of wash, we have a washer dryer in our Montana. And if we've done several days worth of wash and there's a lot of rinse in there, I'll empty those tanks, but just briefly, just the gray tanks. But the black tank should stay absolutely closed until it's filled. Do not leave it open, because you get something, well, it's an ugly name, but if you leave that tank open, you get what's called a poop pyramid. And that is as disgusting as it sounds. And what happens is that solid material that you put in there isn't washed out, isn't floating around in liquids, because you want that black tank to fill up. When you flush that black tank, flush it very generously. And when you empty it, you want to make sure you've put at least 3/4 of that tank filled with water. And then that will empty out that black tank. And you do that just before you leave. Or if you're staying someplace real long, maybe every week or so, or whatever it takes to fill out. But don't leave it open. And if somebody tells you you should, run, because that person doesn't know what they're talking about.
I think if you really think about it, if you have it open, the liquid's going to go out and the heavy mass stuff is going to stay in there.
The poop pyramid. That's what
it isn't going to go out the way you'd like it to.
But
so you don't want that.
A great question, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I hope you heard good. So thank you for asking it. Road trip buddy.
Did you buy property in Arizona? No, he would like to.
Yes, I would.
If we could. Yeah, I mean, it's a long ways away. I mean,
it is a long way. But
yeah, he would have bought some.
Oh my gosh. We really like this property. It's just awesome.
It's pretty.
We like the desert. Now you got to like the desert, the peacefulness, the wide open stuff. It's gorgeous. And there's plenty of ways now to get the solar for electricity and batteries. And there is electricity on the site. And it's just a great spot. We love it. And if we could, we would. But, we already have property in Tennessee, and we have a rental property in Florida that we rent out. And I don't think we can get it. And we have our property here in Michigan. Much as I'd like to, I think there is a limit to what we can do.
It's such a strange concept, having tanks filled with water.
Yeah. But the water does not go skunky.
And I don't know how that happens, that it doesn't go bad.
Well, they have some kind of a system in those tanks. And several people who have similar water systems replied in our YouTube channel on it and how they've used it. And it's really quite efficient. So that is not an issue. That's how most people get water in the desert.
And you certainly can use your solar.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So
you don't want to be in a floodplain.
We didn't buy any, but we'll see. But we're talking Eric out there into letting us use one of his sites whenever we're out that way. So that might be the first step. Steve Egbert.
Hi, looks like a nice evening. A beautiful evening it is.
It is. All right, I want to start with announcement of our special giveaway. We've got enough of you on there right now that we want to tell you. We do these every year. We usually start in the fall, and we run them during the fall and over the winter time. They last 2 weeks each. So tonight we are opening it up. To go to it, you have to go to this address, rvlifestyle.com/sweepstakes. And all you have to do is fill out a form and you're entered. We're giving away 2 prizes to 2 different people. The first is the brand new Waggle. This is the brand new Waggle. This thing is just awesome. This is the Pet Monitor Pro. Now, we have used a Waggle in our fifth wheel for years now. This is the latest updated version. It's awesome. It tells you the temperature. It tells you the humidity. You get a text message if it goes beyond a point that you set. It is, it's just a real way to have peace of mind about leaving your pet behind in the RV. So we're giving away one of these, the Pet Monitor Pro.
Do you know what that sells for? Offhand, or you don't?
Offhand, I don't know.
Okay.
Phyllis may know. I think it's like $400, something like that. $400, I think it is, because that's their latest thing. And then we're also giving away this. Now we have the other model, the original one, which is about that tall, but this is really cool. This is the Waggle RV Cam, and they have a picture of you so you can see pictures of your dog inside. But it's really kind of a security camera, because this thing is motion sensitive, it's sound sensitive. You can talk 2 ways on it. It works on Wi-Fi, on your own whatever Wi-Fi network you're using in the RV. It will send you an alert. You can call up. I don't know if you can see it right there. You can call up pictures here of what's going on inside your RV, live pictures. And this thing is just so handy to have. The Waggle RV Cam Mini. And this thing is awesome. So we're giving away one of these and one of these. So when you go to rvlifestyle.com sweepstakes on your screen there, you enter twice, and that way you'll get a chance to enter for both of them. And we will pick out, well, actually you don't have to enter. They're not separate enters. Just enter. You can enter many different ways. You'll see when you get there. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we will pull a winner. We have a little software that's non-biased, and we can randomly pick whoever it is that wins. We'll pick 2 winners, one for this, for the Waggle Mini Cam, the Mini RV Cam, RV Mini, and then also for the Waggle Pet Monitor Pro.
Those are 2 awesome prizes.
Like I said, we have been happy Waggle users at least 5 years since the first one they came out with. So when we leave,
even if you don't have a pet, that's a nice thing to have.
Oh yeah, especially the camera.
Yeah.
Because then if somebody breaks into the camera, it's gonna catch the motion sensitive. You can adjust that all. It's great. Our friends at Waggle, we've been very happy with them. So check out the sweepstakes, and you can go from there. All right, back to your comments and your questions tonight from wherever you are. Matt Blau.
Do you miss being able to pull over, stand up, and go to the back, cook, nap, without having to walk outside in the fifth wheel? Yes.
But is that enough to say we want to go back to a motorhome? No, not even close. Maybe you do, but you can do that with your next husband, because this one is not going back unless it's a Class A. So, but yeah, that is one thing you do miss. Although we have gotten pretty adept at finding a truck stop or a big rest area, or someplace where we can pull in, and we set up, bring the stairs down, maybe even set out the slide a little bit so we can access the fridge, and we can make lunch. We can eat it in the RV. We have solar and we have lithium batteries, so we can even run the AC for just a little bit in there. Yeah, we do, but that is very convenient when you're driving to be able to just stand up and walk around a little bit. Go to the refrigerator and bring yourself a soft drink. That's really nice. But
well, it's very obvious to me that everybody needs two.
Yeah, just you can't have too many RV properties, and you can't have too many RVs.
I can't tell you how often I want to go back to the old neighborhood, and I would like a B or a C.
Something you could park in the driveway.
Yeah. But then, when they close everything up mid-October, there goes that idea.
Yeah. Well, we're a month away from everything being closed, most of the campgrounds in the north. I cough. I'm sorry. I came down with a cold Friday night.
And I don't like hotel rooms anymore, no matter how nice they are. I'm really
Bedbug City.
I don't like hotel rooms. And because we have a dog, usually hotel rooms that accommodate dogs are not that nice.
No, they aren't. They really aren't. So that's one of the reasons we like the RV, and it's our own room and our own germs.
But Bo is definitely a vote. It's boys against me, because Bo likes to pull something so that he can ride in the back of the truck.
Bo loves the Beast. That's the name we've given our new F-350. It's the Beast.
He likes to look out the windows.
Likes the Beast. And he's got the whole back seat to himself.
Yeah, he's very happy back there.
Yep. Keith Miller.
We're going to be traveling to Finger Lakes and Watkins Glen area next week, and are looking for suggestions of things to see in the area.
Pick up our book on the Adirondacks, Keith. We have a whole book that talks about Finger Lakes and Watkins Glen and the Adirondack Park. I think we even go down and talk a little bit about some of the other state parks in New York, and just check our book out. We have a full book on the Adirondacks, and you can get to our books at rvlifestyle.com/books. And there you go, right there. That will set you all up, where to stay, what to look for, how to get there, a route you should take, and more information than you'll ever be able to use. So check that out. Gorgeous area and a great time of the year to go as well. All right, Janice Smith.
Greetings from Tennessee. Have you vacationed in the Carolinas? Favorite places you can share?
We have vacation there, but we've never really done a lot of RVing there.
Nope.
We just never seem to get there. And this has been 13 years that we've been doing this, and we just haven't, except for maybe North Carolina. We like to stay around, North Carolina, Asheville area near the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. But we've never done anything on the coasts of the Carolinas. And it's just, on our list of stuff, there seems to be something that always rises up ahead of it. And, we'll get to that later this year. And then here it is October and we didn't get there. So on our list, Janice, it's 13 years we've been trying to get out there. Sharon Childress.
Hello from Branchville, New Jersey. Beautiful day here. Wish we could be camping, but have to recover from some elective surgery and can't go until mid-October.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry about the surgery, but I'm glad that you're going to be able to go in mid-October. That's still a great time.
I'm glad it went well.
Yep. Ann Pelican joins us tonight.
Okay. Hello from St. Chris Lake State Park in Illinois, heading back to California.
Long ride.
Yeah. Saw the RV Hall of Fame Museum in Elkhart 2 days ago, and I bet you liked it.
Isn't that? We just were there Thursday.
We're driving past.
Yeah, we drove past it. And we were in Elkhart actually twice this past week. But yep, that's one of our favorite places, and it's just a must visit for RVers. Mm-hmm. The one thing that RVers do is they think they can see it all in an hour, and it's really at least a half a day. And really, when you see that, you should then book the next day for whoever made your RV, and get a factory tour of their factory, because most of the factories will let you do a tour and you'll understand your RV a little better. So Elkhart, it's the RV capital of the world. Maureen Hayden.
Why did you switch up to Montana? Just curious.
Maureen, it's been almost 2 years. So where have you been? We talked about that a long time ago. It's bigger. It's got more features. It is, this is the Montana is the top of the line for Keystone. This had the perfect layout of everything that we wanted. And it has been absolutely the most reliable RV we've had yet. So
I think something that I appreciate is having the washer dryer combo.
and we just added that this year. Yeah.
I probably would have trouble going to smaller because I wouldn't have that luxury.
Now, if you follow us, about every 2 years we switch RVs, it seems, but we have no burning desire to switch. This one has just met all of our needs. I mean, we just did 5,000 miles up into the northern maritime provinces of Canada, up into Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, and we came back, not a single problem, you know. So it's been great. So I'm glad we switched. Karen Horton.
Okay, we're going to be traveling to what,
Wakarusa? I don't know what that is.
Getting our broken slide fixed. The first week of October is typically a freeze in those parts of early October. Hoping not to winterize until we drop it off.
I don't know where Wakarusa is, so I can't help you there. But if you're talking about Indiana, no, not there. Where's Wakarusa? I really don't know. Phyllis, do you know where Wakarusa is? Phyllis, she doesn't know either. Maybe that's a typo, Karen. I don't know.
So the broken slide fixed.
I don't know. Yeah, that's right. They had that slide that was broken,
right,
on our tour. But believe me, I have no idea where Wakarusa is. But there's no early freezes by October, so you don't have to winterize. So don't worry about that. James Massey.
The camping season in y'all's area may be closing soon. Texas season is just getting started, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to go south.
Yeah, that was where we wanted to go in January, February of this year, but who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, it's up. We've got another solid month right from now here in Michigan.
But the problem is we're going south.
But yeah, and we're going south. We're actually leaving here the end of the month, and we're going down to our Tennessee property for a week and hang out on our own land there. And then from there, we're going down to Navarre, Florida, where we will be hosting our fall gathering for RV Lifestyle. That's sold out. It's been sold out since we announced it. 70 people are going to be at that event. And it's only because you keep saying, oh, let's bring more in. That is about the most that that 2 people can handle, really. So we're going to be busy. We're going to lose our voices talking to everybody. But and then from there, we'll probably knock around Florida a little bit. So we won't get back here until November. And then I imagine I will probably winterize in mid-November before Thanksgiving. That's usually when we winterize. And then we de-winterize in January when we take it south again. There's a couple things that may come into play. I may keep it down in Tennessee longer. And the way I winterize now, James, is I winterize with forced air. I empty all the tanks and I blow out all the plumbing with the safe level of compressed air, and then there's no water left in those things, and I don't have to run all that yucky antifreeze. And I've done that for 2 years now, and that's been the best way I have found to do it.
That's very scary hearing blowout.
Well,
you're just like, oh, yeah. There goes the
and plumbing. That's the thing. You really, so many people. There's a little, those little PEX lines are only like that, and you want to just put, I think 50 pounds per square inch strikes my mind. I forget what it is. I have it written down someplace, but not too much. And it will all come out of there and nothing to freeze. So James, do you have to winterize? I don't think he does down there in South Texas where he is. So okay. Snow Crust Racer. We are out following your Great Lakes Shoreline Tour, and we are having a blast. We just left Pictured Rocks, and what an amazing adventure. Thank you. Oh, that's one of our favorite spots. I wonder where you stayed up there. Our favorite is What's the name
The
of that?
county park.
The tourist camp, the Munising Tourist Park. It's just a little bit west of town there on US 2 or on US not 2. What is it? I can't 28. I think.
It's a pretty area.
Yeah, we
Very
love that.
pretty area. Pictured rocks.
And the
If you're
color, I saw the color this week, just starting up there.
Just starting up there.
Yep, a couple of spots. Robin Ostermeyer.
Hello from Moscow, Pennsylvania. Leaving soon for northern Minnesota to see the northern lights. So that sounds like fun.
It does. Hey, quick announcement. For those of you who are members of our community, the RV lifestyle community, and if you are not or don't know what we're talking about, go and join. It's at community.rvlifestyle.com. One of the things, if you look, when you get there, you'll see an events tab, and it's filled with all sorts of things we're doing. We're doing a live stream for the community only on Thursday night on the latest and the greatest internet solutions for RVers, the late 2024. What's best, what's promising. Our guests are Cherie and Chris from the Mobile Internet Resource Center. They are, without doubt, the top experts on mobile RV connectivity anywhere, and they will walk us through all the different platforms. They'll answer your questions. That'll be Thursday night on the community. And then I want you to look on the events tab because we are going to have Meetup Month. All around the country, we're doing RV Lifestyle Community Meetups. Jen and I are hosting one on the 27th of September, just not too far from us in Paw Paw, Michigan, the heart of the grape growing region in Southwest Michigan, at Warner's Vineyards and Brew House. And we'll be there. What do we at?
5 to 8.
5 to 8 on the 27th. You can find that on the community. We have meetups in Ohio, meetups in Texas. Phyllis is hosting one out in Pennsylvania. We got Tina's in Iowa, not Pennsylvania. Tina is hosting one in Arizona, and other people are coming on board. But we're going to do them all in 1 week, and it's going to be great fun. The whole part of the community is to connect each other with people who have maybe the same RV, the same style of RVing that we like to do, to have friends and to grow in knowledge. And if you have not joined our community, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. It's not like a Facebook group, which is always arguing. Please come and join that. And join us Thursday night for our live thing. You're doing one a week from Thursday for women on some of the topics that women have been asking. So anyway, we just love our community. It's a lot of fun. Steve Whitestock.
Okay, just south of Elkhart, Indiana.
I have never heard of Wakarusa. So thank you, Steve.
It's not going to be freezing.
Yeah, it's not going to be freezing at all. It'll be probably just about like it is now. Right now, it's still 82 degrees here. It'll be in the 70s. Nadine Fuda.
What do you think of the Super C?
We like them a lot. You know, they're not quite a Class A, but they're just about as big, some of them, as a Class A. You know, they're very comfortable, very solid, powerful motors. Yeah, I could be talked into a Super C someday too. You know, you have to tow a vehicle with it, but just like the Beast tows this, I could tow a small car with the Super C. So, yeah, we do like them a lot. Ralph Price.
Watching you both is like putting on a warm sweater on a chilly fall day.
Oh, isn't that?
Thank you.
Wow, Ralph. I like that.
Very kind.
That really is. Thank you, Ralph. That means a lot. Sarah Robert.
Hi, guys. I saw your good video about when to change your tires on your RV. You mentioned that brand of tire made a difference. Could you list some good tire brands? And thanks.
Yeah, we can probably put it together. You know, you want to buy a fairly well-known name brand. If you're buying for a motorhome, we have always used Michelin and had great luck with Michelin. In fact, when I buy a motorhome, that's usually the first thing I do is put the Michelin tires on. That's another reason to belong to the FMCA, by the way, if you are, because you get a really good price on Michelin. If it's a trailer, it's a little bit different. There's trailer tires. There's you want to look at your manufacturer's specs on tires. The least expensive RV you buy, towables, the more China bombs, that's what they call cheap tires on towables, China bombs. you're going to find them. And I heard one RV expert give us some great advice. Do you remember what he said?
Yeah, he said if you can't pronounce the name, don't buy them.
Isn't that great advice? If you can't pronounce the name of the brand on your towables tires, don't buy them. I think we have, I don't know what we have on that one. I'll have to go look and see. I can pronounce the name though. But, and RV towable tires, they tend to wear out faster, because it might not be driving as many miles, but sitting there, the sun beating down, you end up wanting to change them all. Many people start at 20,000 miles and change them. 30,000, I think, is certainly advisable. But for a motorhome, we've always found Michelin. That's been our favorite.
It just dawned on me. Today is the last day of Hershey. It's over.
Yeah, the Hershey. Oh gosh, we didn't even mention it. The Hershey RV show ended about 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So a lot of you, I wonder if anybody's listening to us driving home. For many years, we would do a lot. We'd pull off on the Pennsylvania Turnpike and do a live stream. Ask us anything from the road.
Yeah.
Many times. We did not go this year.
I mean, we did so much energy spent thinking about it, and now it's over.
It's over, and it turned out that we ended up with 2 really rewarding, fun projects that we never would have had if we had been in Pennsylvania. So.
And you picked up the sniffles.
And I picked up the sniffles.
It's good that we're not driving home right now.
And you pointed out, I got 2 years ago, I got really sick.
You were really sick.
And we looked at the calendar, and now we're grandparents. We got 2 little kids in elementary school, grandparents that we see every day. And we noticed that every year about this time,
when school starts,
about 2 weeks after school starts, one or both get a cold. So
small price to pay.
Small price to pay. Well worth it. Snowcrest. They stayed at Hurricane River up there.
And the trees are just starting to turn. It's so pretty.
Good.
Good.
Well, enjoy it. I'm glad you're following it with our book. John Thorpe.
Hi, from Rhode Island. We're leaving for a week in Maine. They're off for a week in Maine.
Have fun. Great time to be in Maine too. You want to get, I saw a lot of places that were closing October 15th. So you campgrounds. Maureen Hayden.
Thank you for what you do. So informative and helpful all the way around. Thank you, Maureen.
We appreciate that, Maureen. That's really kind of you to say. Linda Bryant.
Could you post the site again to sign up? Thank you.
Okay. There. Well, that's the site to sign up for our community. And I just cannot say how much we use this community. I hardly ever go on Facebook anymore. The people here are all friendly. We have made so many good friends from that. Other people are. So that's the site to go and sign up. Fill out your profile. You'll be able to find people near you, sharing your same interests. Honest, it's a great experience. Now, if you were asking for our giveaway site, that's the address for that. And to repeat this before we go off, we're giving away 2 prizes.
Before he loses his voice.
Both from Waggle. This is the Pet Monitor Pro from Waggle. This is their latest version. We have had several of these over the last 5-6 years. There's one right now in there. And when we have to leave Bo in there for a little bit, I can call up on demand, see what the temperature and the humidity is. It will send me an alert if the air conditioner should somehow go off and it starts to get too hot. It's just such peace of mind. This is the latest version. Everything is improved. It does just amazing things. And then this is their brand new product. We're also going to give one of these, 2 separate winners for this contest. This is the Waggle RV camera AI. It uses AI. It will send you can call up on-demand video from your RV. You can set it to trip off and send you an alert if there's motion detected in it. You have 2-way communications. If you suddenly it sends you a note and says, hey, your dog is barking a whole lot, you can actually tune into this and say, Bo, quiet.
Now, don't get him nervous. He's
Bo
right
here?
behind
good
us.
boy,
He's
Bo.
literally right behind us.
Sorry, I didn't know Bo was right
Don't
there.
want to make him neurotic.
And it's just so cool. And it's just
Good
very
boy,
small.
Bo.
We have the bigger version of this, which is about this big, but this is even smaller. And it's just awesome. So these are 2 that we are giving away. One of these, somebody will win the Waggle Pet Monitor Pro, and someone will win this unit. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll announce the winners. You can enter as many times as you want at that address that you saw on the screen. So there you go. All right, let's do a couple more. Janice Smith.
We have a Super C Renegade Verona, and we love it.
Yep, I think that's what our buddy Randall has as well. They are beautiful. They really are.
Mhm.
Joy G. Anderson.
Do you keep cold weather clothes in the RV as the season transitions? Sure do.
Yeah, I mean, like right now in there, I have a
Hobo.
sweatshirt, pair of sweatpants, a rain jacket. That's all I've got in there right now. And then whatever clothes we want to take. But you never know. I mean, we went down to a meetup the first week of October in Tennessee, and it got down to 28 degrees for 3 days.
So, you know, you never know unless you got a whole bunch of money and you want to pick up some sweatshirts or a couple jackets from wherever you are.
And we always keep gloves and hats and stuff in there too. So Cynthia Ogre, I think it is.
I guess that's a squirrel on our front yard. I was making sure that wasn't a cat.
Nope, it's a squirrel. We have it's a black squirrel. And the other day we pulled in to our property, and a hawk took off, and he had caught a squirrel. He took off with a squirrel. It's kind of cool to see, but I feel bad for the squirrel.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cynthia.
Okay. I'm full-time in a park around Houston in a fifth wheel. Do you have a maintenance checkoff list? Are there big differences in maintenance between on-road and stationary?
Yeah, there really are. You know, you want to pay more attention to your tires. You want to clean off your roof. Probably depending on where you're parked and what's overhead. If there's a lot of trees and sap. Your best bet, because I don't know what kind of a fifth wheel you have, but the manual that came with it will give you some suggested maintenance. I noticed that on my truck, on my Ford F-350, it lists all this maintenance that I should do because I programmed in, my fifth wheel, and it says, hey, you should do this. Once a year, everybody should repack the wheel bearings and stuff. If you're doing a lot of traveling, you're stationary. You want to make sure your tires are sort of protected. You want to make sure that there are no holes underneath that critters can crawl under. But basically, look in the manual that came with that RV. And if you bought a used one, go to the manufacturer's website, type in the name and the year and everything, and you should be able to get a manual there. All right, we'll do 2 more questions, and then my voice is going to go out. Maureen Hayden.
We just bought an Alliance fifth wheel at Hershey Show. Downsizing from a 98 Class A bounder, really old, getting ready to travel west in retirement. Sounds like fun.
Maureen, that's why you need to join our community, because our community is for so many RVers who are in what we call in transition. You're going to travel, big change now. You've got a new RV, you're going to retire. You need to connect with other people in the same situation that you're at. Others are going to be snowbirds, and you need to connect with other snowbirds. Others are just shopping around and trying to figure out, how to plan a vacation. Just get in our community. You'll find so many great friends, and we can't wait to see it. Jack Partain.
Just returned today from 3 days at my old Kentucky home state park in Bardstown, Kentucky. Sadly, cannot recommend.
Well, I know some stuff in Bardstown, Kentucky, my buddy Jack, that you can recommend. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what happened.
But, we've always had really good luck at that park. We've stayed there a couple of times, and I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder what happened there. Deborah Beck.
Since you mentioned FMCA, are you going to the convention in Perry in March?
Probably not. The first.
Hello, Bo.
The first 5 years. Hey, Bo, you want to say hi to everybody? That's Bo. Bo's with us.
Bo?
Bo. Hey, Bo.
He's still looking for more squirrels.
Probably the first 5-6 years we went to every one of their conventions, and we've been to all of them many times. And just like we have kind of stopped going to the big RV shows, it's just harder and harder with so many other quote influencers out there with their cell phones doing videos. It's just hard to do a lot of that.
For me, I would go, but it's hard with Bo because what do we do with a big dog?
And I
mean, like right now, he's we've got a big hunk of property, and he's looking for something to chase.
Well, he wants to. He's got his energy. The heat's
Well,
going
the
down.
heat's
from
gone
drain.
down, so it's a little bit
But-
cooler.
But I'm not going to say never, because we do like the
Right.
FMCA. They just changed their name. They've had some real organizational changes, and one of the sad things they have to do is raise their rates. But they have the single best benefits that any organization has for RVers. Particularly if you get injured or sick or die on a road, they'll get your RV back, your spouse back,
Your dog back?
the dog
I
back.
shouldn't
They'll take
joke.
care of
I shouldn't
everything.
joke.
And we really like the people who are part of that organization. They're good quality people. So we may go, and we like Perry, Georgia. It's one of our
Yeah,
favorite
we do
places.
like Perry.
Whatever this guy is, somebody duck. I'm not going to say it.
Hello, neighbor. Setting up a trip to Copper Harbor. I love Copper Harbor. Going with friends. If it falls through, I'll see you at Pawpaw. Meet up.
Pawpaw is the end of the road in Michigan, far north as you can go, up into Lake Superior. It's a great town, awesome town. Beautiful state park out there, McLean State Park. Just gorgeous parks. The former military fort, actually. I remember we went up to there. They brought us up as a celebrity judge of a chili cook-off in Copper Harbor. Remember that?
Yeah, you had great fun.
I had great fun. I love chili. So enjoy it. Phil.
We're looking at you from Algonquin Park in Ontario, Canada.
We've been there.
The trees are starting to change colors. I bet they are.
Yeah, we have a video up on the channel on Algonquin, Phil. It's a great park. We love that park. Okay, guys,
Very nice.
I have to sign us down for a while because you can
You're
hear my
losing
voice,
your voice.
and we've got to record the podcast this week. The podcast this week is kind of something that we've sat back and talked about a long time. The things that we think and that you think, many of you, should be standard on an RV. The little things. Some of them are very little things, but as the RV sales plummeted over the last 2 years, manufacturers started cutting off and cutting corners. And there are now, when you get a new RV, there's so many little things that you have to buy. And we have a list that we've made up, and we posted this in the community, and lots of people answered it. We're going to talk about that. The stuff that if I was going to buy an RV, I would want all these. They're little tiny things, but enough of them make a difference.
And things that you expect.
You expect them. That's right. And a lot of manufacturers have really chinched. All of them have.
Well, they're
to a
trying
certain
to get
extent.
the cost down so that people can afford to buy them.
Well, let's hope that they.
And you can justify that by saying,
yep,
maybe you don't want all that stuff, or maybe you want to pick out a certain color or style or whatever.
Yep, you can. But anyway, we're going to have a list of it, and that's what we'll talk about on the podcast. And I think thank you, Phyllis, for handling all of this stuff today. Join our community. Don't forget rvlifestyle.com.community, giving these away in 2 weeks, and you can enter as many times as you want. Thank you guys so much for being with us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you guys down the road. Thank you again so much for being with us.
Happy trails.